Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling, as you see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhallow today. Relaxing as per usual. What are we going to talk about? Are we going to finally talk about the Minecraft movie? I'm not sure. I guess I probably should talk about it because I didn't actually properly talk about it the other day, mind you. I was still sort of stewing on it. So I guess I'll preface this by saying this is not going to be some sort of meme compilation. This is not even going to be a particularly good review, like a critical one or analytical one or anything like that. This is not even going to be a very fun review. This is going to be one person, me's random thoughts of a Minecraft movie, and Animal Crossing is going to be here in the background. If you're new here. If you're not new here, then you already knew that and you probably skipped ahead to about 2 minutes in when I actually started talking. But good evening, everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 8:59 p.m. on Tuesday, April 8th, 2025. So yeah, I guess I'll warn you before I spoil the Minecraft movie. I'm going to be honest, I feel like it's not going to matter. I think if you want to watch a Minecraft movie, you will already know if you want to watch it or not. If you're on the fence about it, then I feel like that maybe the Minecraft movie isn't for you. Maybe it's how I had preface this. It is, I would say, I hesitate to say objectively not a good movie, because I think there's many metrics for how a movie can be judged. I think I would say critically it's not a good movie. But is it a fun movie? I think it can be. I think the problem is I'm very biased because it's not a movie obviously targeted towards me, and it's not the type of movie I would usually like in the first place. But if you like just like silly fun, I suppose, if you're someone who's not like me and can, not take things seriously, yeah, I think you can have a fun time with it. It's ridiculous. It's honestly over the top. It's very pointedly aimed for children, but not in the way which it grants much merit to a child's attention span, I suppose. But even though it's very silly, over the top, or whatever, like that, surprisingly, was not the part I actually liked least about it, or anything like that. Because that part I understand. I can understand if something is obviously, I was going to say, being diminutive, that's the word. I was going to say derogatory. I was like, derogatory is not the word I wanted. Diminutive, it's like, it's infantilizing, I suppose, in a sense. But I think the part which actually, like, kind of annoyed me was, like, how just disconnected every single part of the entire movie felt. Like, it was a movie which I can only describe as had no sense of flow whatsoever. It felt so strange. It was maybe one of the most stilted movies I've ever seen, which is the reason actually I didn't like it. I didn't like mind the quips or anything like that. Like, obviously I did kind of like roll my eyes at some of them, and some of them I was like, what? With it's not like I like stood up cheering or anything or been like, wow, that like hit me deep. I just sort of watched it, I guess. But really, it's kind of like a meme classic movie, and probably in like 10-15 years it will still be remembered for the meme potential it holds. And also it's going to do absolute numbers at the box office because it's Minecraft, like, why not? And it's already gained meme status before it was even released. So I think it is silly good fun, and if you do like sort of silly, like turn your brain off sort of movies, like don't take it too seriously, you'll probably enjoy the Minecraft movie. I don't think it's like, it's not like an absolute garbage fire. Like, there's not you're chief. There's not no redeeming qualities in it, because it is enjoyable, I think, on the whole. Like, it's silly, I suppose, enjoyable. But if you're looking for anything particularly deeper, then, well, much depth whatsoever, obviously you probably shouldn't find it in a Minecraft movie. But I also feel like you're a little bit misplaced. Your judgment's a little bit misplaced if you are trying to find it in something like this, because I feel like, I mean, from the trailer alone, it kind of wore what it was going to do on it, like its heart on its sleeve. It was nothing more than, I'm not going to call it a brain rot. Maybe it's a brain rot, maybe I'm not sure, but it's, it's that sort of vibe. I think the thing I said afterwards, like, this felt like a movie which should be split up into like 100 different TikTok videos or something, and that's how you watch it. Like, that's how I felt when watching it. So okay, I guess now all bets are off when it comes to spoilers. Basically, I think not the saving grace, but the part of this movie, the thing this movie will be remembered for, like, just the meme potential of it. You know, I mean, like the memes of it like took off way before the movie even like got released. You know, like Jack Black going, I am Steve, and Chicken Jockey, and Flint and Steel, and stuff like that. Which I'm not sure if all of it was in the trailer, but apparently, you know, people knew about it. Because even though the majority of people I think in the movie theatre I went to were like families and kids, like young kids who probably might not know the memes as well. I would assume it'd be like preteens up to teenage years who probably know the memes. There were some of them. People were like yelling out, like when he did a "I am Steve" part, everyone went "I am Steve," and I was like, you know what, that's kind of cool. In the moment I was like, wow, I'm surprised how many people like know about this meme. But after like sort of reflecting on it, this is why I didn't do the review almost immediately, because I was like, I'm not like, what fun would it be if I went on for Animal Crossing episode and went, oh, the Minecraft movie critically is bad, like, duh. What was I expecting? And that's not to say that kids movies can inherently be bad. I mean, there's a lot of kids like media which can be pretty good, to be honest. Not in the good in the sense where it's like, whoa, this is an absolute like and like earth-shattering thing which makes even the most hardened soul, I suppose, really deeply reflect or something like that. But it can still be like really good. Like Puss in Boots' Last Wish is like a fantastic children's movie. You know, Bluey is a fantastic children's TV show. There's nothing wrong with that. This is just sort of like, I don't know. I feel like it's going to become a cult classic, or maybe already is a cult classic. A lot of people I saw compare it to like Rocky Horror Picture Show, which I've never seen, nor do I really know much about it. But if that makes sense to you, then maybe that makes sense to you. To me, it feels like it's a sort of thing which has got the last staying power because of the meme potential which is there within the movie, you know? It's a sort of thing where it's like all these like quotes in it, all this like very over the top, ham it up sort of acting is like what people are going to remember it for, and is essentially what it's going for. I will give it credit, like it's probably quite self-aware. I don't think the people who are writing it went like, we have no idea what we're doing. They went, we're just going to lean like really hard into the meme sort of brain rot element of what we're going for, and you know, fair enough. Like at some parts it works. I wouldn't say I was like cackling at the movie a lot of the time, but there were moments which I did find really funny. One part near the beginning where I can't remember the main kid's name, like Henry or something, like gives up on his dreams of like being an engineer. He's like, I'm just like, I don't even want to see this like book anymore. He takes a book and he like tries to toss it in the trash can, but it doesn't fit in the trash can, so it just bounces out. That part made me laugh a lot. Okay. That was maybe one of the funniest jokes I think in the movie. But yeah, it's like, it feels weird because I'm not obviously going to talk about it from a critical reception, but there's also not much else to talk about. Like everything is enjoyable to a certain degree. I think for most people will be like enjoyable in like a very sort of whatever, shut your brain off sort of way, but it's not good. So there's not really much to say on a critical level. Like the characters are all very surface level. Like I think none of the characters have much depth whatsoever. Like the main kid, Henry, is like a genius whiz kid. It's your classic sort of 2000s Disney thing, or like a genius whiz kid, but he gets bullied at school and people like try and sabotage him, and then he's like down on his luck and he's like whatever. Jason Momoa, who plays a trash man, is like some washed up celebrity who just the entire time only makes quips towards Steve, being like, yeah, you're not that cool, essentially. And then gets like a redemption arc, like the fastest redemption arc ever. Oh yeah, by the way, this movie is like insanely fast paced. Like immediate beats on beats on beats on beats, which to be fair, some of my friends actually did like, where they were like, you know, at least it was never boring. Fair enough. I think it is basically a roller coaster which goes at full pelt the entire time, and is often a criticism I have of a lot of these of similar movies. Like I said this about the Mario movie. I was like, this Mario movie has almost no sense of pacing whatsoever. It just keeps going. This, I take everything back. This is the fastest movie pacing I've ever seen. It is insanity. It just goes full pelt the entire time, essentially. What's going on? Which I think, you know, is probably like in a ways of like, it's trying to hold your attention. Now, I guess it's working under the assumption that you won't have the attention span to keep up with it or something. And I don't really know. There's basically like no breathing room, but also somehow there's like, even like the character development happens at lightning pace. Steve, I don't really know if he even has like a character development. He's kind of more like a force of nature, I suppose, within the context of a story. Where he's sort of just like, oh yeah, this is like, he is literally, I suppose, part of the environment of the world, in the sense that he is the cause of things, I think, happening, is perhaps the best way to put it. Does he get much development? I don't know. I guess it's cool to see that he was actually quite a competent hero, rather than just being, like, he was a comic relief who was actually competent, which is, you know, I guess that's kind of interesting. Jason Momoa's character gets like the fastest redemption arc in history, to be honest. Where it was just like, you know, he wants money and then like he betrays the kid, and like I don't know, like how on earth they ended up befriending each other or something, but apparently they ended up being friends. And then like the kid felt betrayed when it's like, what, you put our lives in danger for his diamonds? And then he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And then he's like, you know what, I'm gonna put my life in danger to save you all. And then turns out it's like, oh no, he died, but no, he didn't actually die, because we're not gonna kill someone in a Minecraft movie. But the two other characters, like the sister, who basically got no screen time and basically existed to be like, no, we need to be safe, we need to go home. And then the character Dawn, like, I can't remember what this name is off the top of my head. And then the character Dawn, who is kind of like a comic relief-ish character. She also doesn't have much going on for her. To be honest, I don't think they were particularly badly acted. I do think they basically had almost nothing to work with. So I'm not really going to pin that on the actors. But every single character is essentially just a cookie cutter of like, here they are to fulfill exactly what they need to in the plot, and nothing more, nothing less. Like, they don't need to do anything else, and it's like, all right, fair enough. The plot itself is very much just, here's a MacGuffin, get the MacGuffin. It's like, there's a Minecraft world, there's a villain who has, to be fair, a rather comical backstory for no apparent reason. Where it's like, oh, she hates all creativity because when she was younger, people laughed at her because her dance moves were too, like, modern for the time she was dancing in, or something like that. Which is kind of sad, to be honest, if anything. Kind of made me go, oh, that's a shame. It made me think in my mind, I'm like, I wonder if they will try and redeem this villain, then. Spoiler alert, I suppose we don't. But yeah, but the entire MacGuffin is, like, they have this blue thing, I can't remember what it's called, and they need an earth crystal to go around it. It's basically the beacon from Minecraft, and that opens the portals. They get there, they're like, we want to go home, but we broke the earth crystal, we need to get another earth crystal. And then they also gave the blue thing to Menace, the evil villainess, or she stole it, I can't remember, something like that. I don't know, it's all like all over the place. I don't know, it doesn't even matter. They need to retrieve it in some way or another, and then they do. I would say it's surprisingly often how they introduce like any slightest bit of tension in the story and then immediately resolve it within the next 5 minutes or something like that. It's like, and I'm trying to think like of a good example. Like they're like, oh, they'll send this guy who is basically this, I don't know how to describe it, except for he's like a he talks in like such a brain rot way. He said like, I'm sorry, like, unalive, you dudes. This like pig villain guy, and it's like, oh, he attacks them at a village and then he gets defeated like within the action scene, and then he gets executed, and it's like, okay, sure. I'm trying to think what else. I don't know. Like there's like just like this crazy sense of disconnect between like things which happen and you see on the screen. Like there's a part I remember which they're in a tower, and then like you see them all calling down to Jason Momoa, being like, get up here, what are you doing? Despite the fact that there's no door on the tower, so he's just like being attacked by zombies. He's screaming the entire time, and then it cuts to the people at the top who all turn around and they go, ah, and then it cuts away from them, and then it just cuts back to them, and they're fighting like a zombie who somehow got up there, and I'm like, what? How did this happen? I don't know. And then it cuts back, and then like, I don't know, Jack Black comes out of nowhere, and it's like, I don't know. Thinking back to it, it's just like, I was just like staring, so confused. Oh yeah, so much of this movie as well is just the characters screaming, like they're being attacked or they're running away from something, or some chaotic scene is happening, and they're just going ah the entire time. There's also so many shots in this movie of like something happening, and then it like cuts away to like a close-up shot of the actor or actress by themselves, which clearly they must have recorded separated from everyone else, probably against just a green screen or something, of them just saying a quip of some kind, and then it goes back to that wide shot of whatever's going on. It's like almost like they have like interspersed like reaction shots, I guess, throughout the movie, which is, I guess, really what sort of adds to its sort of brain rot feeling. What else is just like a plot point to like introduce them and just like immediately resolved or whatever? It's hard to think of on the top of my head, to be honest, but it doesn't play anything for the long game. It's just like, it's just short term. Like, I guess that's why it's enjoyable. It's like short term, just like this happens. I don't even know if there's a slow moment in the movie. Now I think about it. I guess the slowest moment of the movie is when the brother and sister get reunited, and it was just like, oh, I thought I lost you, or something like that. Yeah, so I guess that's all my criticisms about it critically, which, as I say before, are all completely meaningless because no one cares about that for this movie, and no one should care about that for this movie. You watch this movie because then you know the game Minecraft, you can point at the movie and be like, whoa, look at these cool things which happen in Minecraft, that's from the game. I completely forgot there's like this B-plot of the villager and this, I don't know, the principal of the school, you know, ending up in a relationship in the course of one day and getting married or whatever, which is obviously just for comical relief. I thought it was pretty well acted by the actress. It was just so over the top. You know what it really felt like? It really felt like I was watching a 2000s Disney movie or something, like a straight to TV sort of movie, how cheesy, you know, it kind of felt, I guess. I thought actually visually it looked alright. Like the environment was like a pretty reasonable adaptation of the Minecraft world, kind of mixed with like high fidelity stuff. I think things looked weird. Like the villager definitely was very uncanny to look at. The wolf looked okay. I think a lot of the mobs looked okay. And I think it was kind of cool to see everything sort of put together. It does. I must feel like it must have been a bit of a sad movie to like film, because it must have all been done basically in a green screen room. Like I don't know how much of it would have been practical props, but what do I know? Yeah. I think I've basically done sort of mining, I suppose, how whatever critical criticisms I could have of it. As I say, basically just disregard everything I said, because that's not what you're going to watch a movie for. You're going to watch a movie for I Am Steve and Flint and Steel, or Incoming, or I don't know what else whatever quotable lines are from a movie, or just like silly moments. Oh, actually, another part I actually did find really quite funny was at the end, when I forgot the villainess's name, like Matt Magaloffin or something, was going like, come closer, and Steve was like, are you going to stab me with a hidden dagger? And she's like, no, I'm way too weak for that. And then she tries it, and he's like, come on. And then they basically do that again like 2 more times. That part I actually find kind of funny. But yeah, I mean, it's just like fine, like as a movie. Like obviously, if you have kids, go take your kids to see it. They'll love it. I think what basically summarizes my thoughts of the movies was me staring in utter bewilderment at the movie theater, at the movie screen for basically 90% of it, just being like, what? And then in the last like whatever 10 minutes of a movie, I turned to the right and I saw that there were just like it was basically like a musical number which is like going on in the ending, and I just saw some kids just like dancing, rocking out, having a great time and laughing, and I was like, you know what, this made it all worth it. Like the kids are having a good time. Like it immediately sort of like woke me up from a stupor, being like, why am I looking at this through such a critical lens? You know, learn to have fun or something for once in your life, dear darling. An impossible task, I think, for me, but at the same time, I'm not a target audience with this, so I'm like, I don't know, go watch it if you want. I think you already know if you want to watch it. If you have the inkling of, yeah, I think I want to watch it. It's exactly what you think of it is. Like, whatever preconception you have of a Minecraft movie after watching the trailer, that is exactly what the Minecraft movie is. It doesn't try and hide anything. There is no crazy plot twist. There is no hidden depth where I'm just like, whoa, this is actually surprisingly deep as a movie. It is just that. But it can still be quite enjoyable. Probably fun to watch with friends. Probably fun to watch, you know, like, maybe like not that crazy to watch in a movie theater. When it comes to like streaming services, probably fun to watch with your friends, like with popcorn on a couch and drinks, and you can all like make silly jokes and quote things at the same time once the meme, I don't know, meta of it has reached its peak. Otherwise than that, I don't know. If you're looking for a critical experience, probably don't watch a Minecraft movie. I think that kind of goes without saying. But there you go, Minecraft movie. Would I rate it out of 10? I don't know. I feel like the rating scale is not really applicable to it. Would I watch it again? No. Would I watch it with kids? Probably. Like, if I had kids, yeah. I'd bring them to it. It'd probably be like their favourite movie of all time. Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like that basically sums up my thoughts on it. We also, as a side note, I think I spoke about this on Sunday, did go to a Minecraft McDonald's. I did get the ad at the adult Happy Meal toy to get the collectible thing. I got the hamburger. It's a shame that the kids' Happy Meal toys look so much cooler because I really liked the bee. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got to say. I don't know what else I could possibly say about this movie. Go watch it if you want. Don't watch it if you don't want. It will go on, and it will probably be like the top grossing kids movie of all time or something. Anyway, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.